Welcome back, guys, to my WWE Friday Night Smackdown review for March 9th, 2012. Didn't really care too much for the Smackdown. It didn't really do anything for me as far as the matches go, and it was average, I guess. Lackluster. Just nothing much really happened here. I expected this to be a better show than it was, and it just didn't really deliver on anything for me. They started the show off with a recap of Teddy kicking out John Laurinaitis on Raw. We see that there's a cage suspended above the ring. David Otunga introduces Laurinaitis, and they lower the cage. Laurinaitis says Teddy never gave a cage match to start SmackDown, much less a championship cage match, and he's going to show Teddy how it's done, since John Laurinaitis is booking SmackDown this week. So we have Santino versus Jack Swagger for the U.S. title in a cage match. Swagger has Dolph and Vicky with him. He's got the same comb over he had on Monday. I heard that he's doing this to look like Laurinaitis. I guess it works. Santino gets the Cobra, and Dolph Ziggler tries to climb up the cage, but he strikes his hands, and Dolph gets thrown out by the ref, and walking up the ramp, he's selling the hand injuries. And Booker T says, that man just got snake bit. Bad stuff. Swagger pulls the Cobra off of Santino's arm. Swagger goes to climb out the cage, and Booker T says, what's he thinking? He can just walk out the door. No shit. In every cage match, they can just walk out the door. Everybody's noticed that since the beginning of cage matches. Swagger gets Santino in the ankle lock. Santino tries to climb out. He's pulling him back with the ankle lock. Vicky comes over. She starts arguing with the ref, trying to slam the door on Santino's head. He reverses the ankle lock. Swagger gets out the cage. Vicky's not looking. She slams the door on Swagger's head. Santino climbs out and stays U.S. champion. I was thinking about this, and Laurinaitis making it a cage match really only hurt Swagger, because then he couldn't have his goons interfere. So it really just hurt him making it a cage match. The only thing I can think of is Laurinaitis thought Swagger versus Santino in a cage, he would just demolish Santino. That's the only thing I can think of to explain why he made it a cage match, storyline-wise. Teddy celebrates with Santino on the ramp. Backstage, John Laurinaitis and Otunga are pissed off. Otunga says the board is watching, so calm down. Teddy comes in. Laurinaitis says it will be Kane versus Oksana. Teddy says, let's put our differences aside, and Laurinaitis says, now you want to put them aside. He asks him not to make the match, and Laurinaitis says, I didn't hear a please, so Teddy says please, and Laurinaitis says he wants an apology. Teddy apologizes to him, but Laurinaitis says that it's not good enough, and there's going to be a match tonight. Teddy says, if I win, there's no Oksana versus Kane, and Laurinaitis says, no, if you win, there is Oksana versus Kane. Teddy says, if I win, and Laurinaitis says, if you win, playa. This was good. Drew McIntyre comes out and says he was fired last week, but Laurinaitis gave him a chance to regain his job against a mystery opponent. So the Great Khali comes out. He gets in the ring, and Otunga comes out on the microphone and tells Khali to have a seat at ringside. He's not in the match. He introduces Drew McIntyre's real opponent, and it's Hornswoggle. Booker T says that the ratings are going to plummet making matches like this. Yes, they are, and have. McIntyre slams Hornswoggle down hard on the mat. He just tosses this poor guy around like he's a bag of shit. And it looked brutal. I mean, it looked like Hornswoggle could have possibly gotten hurt here. The ref eventually rings the bell. Drew McIntyre would go for covers and then pick Hornswoggle's head up and just kept demolishing the poor guy. The ref rings the bell and says it's over. Hornswoggle can't compete. So Drew's the winner. He gets his job back. The Great Khali comes in and attacks Drew with a karate chop. Drew sells it like he just got shot in the face. And Khali goes over and checks on Hornswoggle. Backstage, Teddy's putting his ring gear on. Oksana comes over crying, saying she's scared. Teddy says he's got to teach Laurinaitis a lesson. We see Laurinaitis in his dressing room getting ready and throwing some punches. Then we have Ezekiel Jackson versus Mark Henry. They put over Mark Henry's weightlifting career, how strong he is. Henry wins with World's Strongest Slam. Hopefully he can get some momentum going back with this. I really like Mark Henry as the big monster heel. I thought he did a great job, and I just hope that they can improve where Mark Henry is. I know he's frustrated backstage, and they're thinking this may be it for Mark Henry, like he may want to leave. He's really pissed off. He was injured and was forced to still wrestle and compete and go out there every night. And this has caused problems with him backstage. He was just frustrated that he's got this groin injury and he's still having to go out there every week. So I don't know if this is the end for Mark Henry, but tonight was a good start to getting him back. So hopefully he can get back to where he was and be the big monster again. The last few weeks have been bad for him, just losing matches. And I really like Mark Henry, and I hope this is a good start. We have Teddy with Oksana versus Laurinaitis with Otunga. Laurinaitis is out there in these skinny tights. These really tight tights on his legs, and he's got these skinny legs in there, and it was just hilarious. If Teddy wins, Oksana fights Kane, so Laurinaitis grabs the mic and tells Teddy that he's putting Oksana in harm's way, and he tells him to just lay down. Teddy refuses, so Laurinaitis brings out Kane. Orton attacks Kane, hits the RKO on him. Teddy wins with a roll-up while Laurinaitis is distracted by all this, and at this point, Kane's looked bad twice now, and who really cares about Orton versus Kane when Kane looks like shit? Twice. So this did not like this at all. This was horrible. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus Primo and Epico for a non-title tag match. Booker's holding up a replica Laurinaitis face on a stick in front of him and doing an impression of John Laurinaitis. This was funny. Basically, it was an okay tag match. Truth grabs Primo's face and drives into the mat for the win. They recap the Rock Cena promo from Monday. And then we have Michael Cole interviewing Sheamus and Daniel Bryan with AJ. Cole asks how much luck has helped Daniel Bryan stay champion. Daniel Bryan says he doesn't need luck because he's good. He says it's because he has a clean vegan lifestyle. It's his charisma and undeniable sex appeal. Cole tells Sheamus it takes luck to win the Rumble, and in this case, the luck of the Irish. Sheamus says he makes his own luck and says Daniel Bryan hides behind AJ. AJ grabs the mic and says, well, from my point of view, and Daniel Bryan grabs it back and says, shut up, AJ. This was hilarious. He says that she hasn't helped him. He's not hiding behind AJ, and if anything, she's only gotten in his way, literally. Sheamus says he's a whiny little wimp, and his luck runs out at Mania. Cody Rhodes comes out, which signals the start of the 6-man tag match. There was no Divas match tonight. We have Daniel Bryan, The Miz, Cody Rhodes versus Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. One thing on commentary, Booker says that Daniel Bryan's lost a lot of points with him, and Michael Cole says, well, he's gained points with me. I'm thinking about going vegan. I thought that was a pretty good line. Cody tries to avoid the Big Show by tagging in The Miz. He doesn't want to face him in the ring. Eventually, everybody starts brawling. Cody and Big Show leave. Orton hits the RKO on The Miz for the win. It was an okay 6-man tag. Kane tries to attack Orton after the match, and they start brawling all around the arena. This was a good brawl, but like I said, they've made Kane look stupid twice now, so I don't really care about the match. When Kane first attacked Orton, and they had a brawl, and it was pretty good, I thought this could be an okay match at Mania. On Monday Night Raw, Orton got revenge and RKO'd Kane. The beginning of this show, he RKO'd Kane. At the end of this show, Kane tries to attack him, and Orton still fights him off, and they brawl around the building. So they've taken away Kane's heat. No one cares about this match. It's filler, and they have been booking this horribly. The only thing I can think of is perhaps these two guys go into WrestleMania. Laurinaitis and Teddy Long are going to have the general managers match where whoever wins gets permanent general manager status for Raw and SmackDown. Laurinaitis will pick Kane, Teddy will pick Orton. That's the only thing I can think of to do with this. Otherwise, it really is just filler to get both guys on the match and to fill up the 4 hours of Mania. So I thought this was a subpar SmackDown. I didn't really care for a lot of the stuff on here. Some of the matches were okay, but nothing really stood out, and it just wasn't very good. So that's my opinion on this week's SmackDown. I hope you guys liked the review. I'll be back tomorrow night doing a review of the Ring of Honor TV show, so I hope you guys check back for that, and thanks for watching.